Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket, or welcome to the Texas Ticket.
Hey, y'all.
I got some JoJo with me today. JoJo, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming along today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Man, I don't even know where to start sometimes when we hang out. You know, you got so much going on.
Oh, boy. It's all lies. You don't, it's nothing. It's
I'd like to think so, and lighten the load. JoJo, you're part of a Net Level Up group. You're working with some community programs, Corner Cravings, Bushels and Blooms, the Boat and Home Show at
Yes.
Margaritaville.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where to finish. I don't even think we needed guests with a co-host, or you, or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
I stay busy. Keeps me out of trouble.
Evidently.
Yeah.
And you have some work that we're really focused on today, and this show is completely about, and not completely, let's just say mostly about the Bushels and Blooms event coming up.
Absolutely. You could say our show is going to be about eating, shopping, and enjoying local. All of the things.
I like all that stuff.
Yeah, me
The
too.
first one most, but the others are good too. You
Okay.
know, those two other things. I don't even remember what they were after eating.
Shopping. That's my favorite one.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Eating, then shopping.
Yes.
What was that third thing?
Enjoying local.
Okay. Hey, there's going to be that. There's
Yeah.
eating, shopping, enjoying local. And,
Yeah.
and Bushels and Blooms is located on 105 West, just right outside of Conroe, past Conroe High School. You go down past that 336 light, maybe, a mile, 2 miles. And on your left-hand side will be Vernon's Country Catfish and then Bushels and Blooms.
Yes, absolutely. Vernon's Country Catfish is really popular. If I say that, a lot of people are like, oh, I know where you are. Yeah.
Right there at that light is the
Yep.
Bushels and Blooms. It's it's the fruit, vegetable, and farmers market
it's
thing
like a
going
cute
on there.
little blue-looking house, and then you go inside, and it's magical. There's this like big grocery store within it, and they only shop from like local farmers, local produce, meat, all the things.
Love it.
Love it too.
I want to be a part of that, and I want to buy some stuff. I'm still trying to use all that vanilla nosh stuff I got at that last event I
It's
went to.
very
of yours.
good. Yeah, I like the pie that you made. That was cool. You're a baker, huh?
Oh man, don't tell
Secret
everybody
talent.
that. Yeah, I love baking, and
Watch
you know,
out later.
it was the big challenge growing up, right? I mean, everything else, I could cook a meal, I could feed my family, you know, I could do what I needed to do. I think I'd learned enough to survive off the grid, you know,
Sure,
cooking
yeah.
for myself without a restaurant.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay,
I
but
don't know if that's surviving off the grid. That's just not going to restaurants. But then the next level was pastries, right? Because yeah, I could eat, but what about dessert?
it's
You
a
know?
science.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that for the longest time. I was like, well, if we do end up in this apocalypse world, you know,
Sure. Yeah.
I think I could feed my family, but you know, and they would enjoy their dinner. But I don't know if there'd be a dessert to the commercial grade that I could do in the backwoods, you know, like off the grid, you know.
Well, that vanilla nosh stuff, that's your best thing, I think. That was
Vanilla
good.
I
yeah.
used vanilla sugar. My sister was doing all vanilla paste.
Ooh.
And I just don't know the survival rate of paste. I mean, I got some curry paste, and like red chili curry and the yellow chili curry. And,
Sure.
you know, those things are like eternal in your fridge. I mean, I think
Yeah.
they'll go like several years before they go bad. But, you know, I just don't know the lifespans of things like vanilla paste. My sister got that one. I'm like, hey, you're on your own. I got the vanilla sugar. It'll last as long as it's still here.
Yeah.
You know, there'll be at no point am I taking a dried vanilla bean and...
No.
So we've added it to everything.
Yeah.
We added it to the pie. We added it to certain breads. We added it to French toast. We added it to just nonstop. And that was at one of the little markets where, you know, one of the things we had sought after was finding some vanilla sugar. And you can't find this at Walmart. You can't find it at other stores. You can't find it. And if you go online, you're looking at premiums. So when I went and saw meat, and it was ironic because it was just odd, I guess, because my sister and I both, out of 100 booths, both walked away with stuff from the same booth.
I love that.
We're both like, "What'd you get?" I don't know. What do you get?
Yes,
and it's
the
all like, I got
aftermarket
vanilla
haul, you
paste.
lay
You're not
it
gonna
out.
believe this.
Yes.
And I'm like, I got vanilla sugar.
Yeah.
And she's like, I got this. I got this. It was like this. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of items there that were unique, and I think we take advantage of that unique. like I really do enjoy certain things that are handcrafted, and they're nice and cute.
Absolutely.
And all that.
Yeah.
But the vanilla products like that, I can't make that. I can't go to Walmart and get that. I can't. There is not a local option other than this.
Right.
So, and there's a lot of items you can find that way. A lot of things you can find that way, and you don't know until you know. So you got to go and see if this provides you with things that maybe you've never seen or can't find, or just kind of written off as nobody sells that.
Yeah, right. And I like that you're keeping the money in the community. That helps us as a whole. We have a lot of community guests coming on today, local businesses. So I like that we're all in theme. It's good.
Well, and one of the folks, and you also operate Net Level Up, right?
Yes, the Net Level Up
tell me about that.
Networking. So it is a business networking organization, and we have 3 pillars of networking: building, growing, and serving. We like to build ourselves through professional development, grow our businesses by helping each other, and then serving our community. We have we partnered with Kids Meals and Matthews Light coming up in the next few weeks. We're going to do a VBS for the underserved youth that are right here in our backyard. So we're really excited for that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. Let me turn this in, and then let's get this show started.
Woohoo, let's do it.
We have Deborah.
Yes, I
Inman,
love her.
Deborah Inman from
Yep.
Paul the Plumber.
Yay.
And she's with us today. Let's bring her and get this show started with
Let's do it.
Deborah Inman. And Deborah, welcome to the show.
No, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you made it. I know you've got a lot going on. You're one of the busiest girls in town. Other than her. I feel like when I call, it's like I'm interrupting something. And no, you are. Yeah. What do you need? Well, I'm glad you made that time to make it here. And you're a member of Net Level Up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we have.
And the Net Level Up group, and that meets at Baker Street.
We
don't know.
are having another event at Baker Street on August 31st at
August
5:30 p.m. Yes.
Okay. And so one of the nice reasons I brought you was because you're a local, right? I mean,
Yes.
You live here in Montgomery County. Have for a long time, right?
We've lived here 9 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we were all. I quizzed her. I know, but I put it out there. I asked her, "Where's Bushels and Blooms?" She said, I don't know.
That's okay. I get that a lot.
Well, we
we're
want
gonna
to
fix it
clarify
today.
that, and I thought that was interesting because I've lived most of my adult life here, almost all of it, and then some. It depends when you classified me as an adult or when I thought I was an adult. One of the two, but nevertheless, Bushels and Blooms. Where did it get that name?
Honestly, I don't know. I'd have to ask the owner. I know that the story goes it used to be somebody else's, and then this couple bought it, and they turned it into this beautiful farmers market produce.
How long did they
grocery
buy
store.
it? Before Deborah got here?
Yes, for sure.
Before the
Yeah,
9
it's
years.
at least
Okay,
before
well
10 years,
that
yeah.
makes sense, I guess, to some effect. But anyway, that's probably why we don't know the name of it. Did you ever buy a Christmas tree there?
No, I have an artificial tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm team artificial tree too. It's okay.
Yeah,
We
at some,
stopped by there a
some
long time
age,
ago.
I stopped with
Yeah.
the real trees. I love them, but
They smell so good, but I'll just spray that smell. It's fine. Yeah.
Oh, that smells good.
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby sells these pine cones, right? Like they're in that.
That clear
mesh.
bag thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they all are scented, and you put them about your house. Golden.
So good.
love them.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm all about that. The first time I cut that sucker open, I was like, oh my gosh, why did I do this my whole life? It smells like someone's cooking the whole time a pie, and I'm all into the pastries. But like I said, it was never on my mainstream list, and it made it there, and now I'm all about it. The pie, apple pie, caramel apple, vanilla, sugar topped. Yeah, and I've been doing that the whole time. Do you bake? Do you bake at all?
I used to. I used to, but since being in business, I have not had a whole lot of time.
What do they ask for when they say, "I want whatever mom's making or grandma's making"? What do you put down?
Oh, my biggest time to cook for the year is Thanksgiving, and I do a feast. That's the time I like to invite people over
Yes.
and enjoy anyone.
Tell me more.
Whoever is willing to, whoever wants to show up, just let me know. So I make sure, but I cook for a feast. And my husband's like, we don't have that many children. I'm just saying.
What is it you
know.
don't have to pack up at the end of that?
My kids will fight for who takes what home.
I love that.
What's the most popular thing?
My broccoli rice cheese casserole.
Yeah, I like that. You can
Salt.
make that just sure it's gone.
Yeah.
That's how I like to eat vegetables and cheese and pasta.
Yeah, that's the
Best
biggest
way.
hit. And then second is my mashed potatoes.
Nice.
So,
Heck yeah.
What's the touch of the potatoes? What do you do? A little bit? A little something?
I put some love in it. And
She
no,
tells you she'll have to kill you.
No, I tell my kids to love business all the
Actually,
time. I tell them, did you taste it?
so when I boil them, real quick, I boil them in chicken broth. Boil the potatoes, chicken broth. Then
Nice call.
instead of milk, I use heavy whipping cream and sour cream, butter, lots of butter,
Lots
Yeah.
of butter.
and then salt and pepper. Mix it up and just
Shazam.
make it as creamy as I can.
Kapow!
Love it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, yeah.
And the
Fattening
same
as possible.
The best. Yes.
with the rice broccoli cheese casserole. Repeat most of the same ingredients.
Yeah.
Not all of them. Most of them. Wow. Yeah. No, I feel that mashed potatoes. I always try to come up with. I don't ever get the mainstream. Like me and my sister, brothers and sisters, we all switch holidays. Like, and my holiday is Easter.
That's a good one to have, though.
That's the black sheep holiday.
No,
as
it's
far as the
not.
brother.
So-
My brother's got Christmas. My sister gets Thanksgiving. I get Easter.
Christmas is
It's
like
like
a dinner,
I
but Easter's a nice lunch,
I feel like I'm on the B team.
That's
I feel
okay.
so holiday benched. But
No.
oh well, we brought the strong spiritual, part to it. To try
There
to
you
make
go.
it the most important holiday. But then, what's more important? The birth of the rising. So even in that, it's hard to do. So we have to win. And my brother's always got the best wine list.
Mm-hmm.
Guy's killing it with the wine list. I mean, he didn't even have to serve food. I mean, you could bring tapas or to his house.
Sure.
He serves food too, which is
Yeah.
always great. But as far as I'm concerned, it was that Jacqueline Kennedy or that that Silver Oak or that Spotswood he put on the table during the dinner that no one else on the table knows what it is. My
Yeah, I'd go right
nobody's
over my
excited.
head.
Is this a red wine?
Yeah.
I'm like, of course it's red. You can't tell it's red. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, those are the questions at the dinner table. I'm like, oh, she has no clue. Just slide that over here.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not trying to inform everybody at the Thanksgiving table.
Yeah.
Come on, Bubba. And I'm like, wow. So I really try to work on the, some pastries because Easter is a kind of a pastry holiday.
Yeah, I could see that for
And,
sure.
and if I get invited, when I come, I bring Thanksgiving. I bring a pie, or something.
That's perfect.
It is
Yeah.
perfect.
Because I'm the guest, so it's always a
Sure.
pastry. Because I'm sideshow. God forbid you step on my sister's toes or steal her thunder at her house for Thanksgiving dinner when she went through all that. Oh, really? You were going to bring a turkey?
Yeah, I will stand by your sister on that one.
You're
Do
going to
not
bring a
do-
turkey, are
No,
you?
sir.
No.
No.
Yeah, you good luck with that.
Good
You
luck
won't
with
survive
that.
it.
Can need some more
but
wine.
before we tear up your whole part, tell us a little bit about Paul the Plumber and help some folks out with. Okay, so local, you're here in Conroe. Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yes.
and you've been here a long time.
Well, we've been in business. This is our 5th year in business. And
That's amazing.
Paul has been doing plumbing for over 30 years now. He has had his master license for 20.
Okay.
So we are local. Our shop is down 105 across from Lake Conroe next to the Rudy's
I love it over
Barbecue.
there.
Next to Rudy's Barbecue. It's we love where we are, and we love the community. The people here are great. And we live in Magnolia, and it's great. We love, and everyone we have met, I joke with people. I said, I've met more people in the past almost 5 years than I have my entire life. and that's
crazy.
awesome.
Wow.
That is, but it's awesome.
Yeah,
When
you've helped that many
look,
people.
and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
it's amazing, and we have some of the best customers. But we are a residential and commercial service and repair company.
What do commercial people call you for mostly?
Stoppages,
Right.
Train.
toilets are
Do you do any
running.
jetting, things like that? Hydrojetting,
We will be
camera,
soon. We
things
will be
like
soon.
that?
We don't have a jet just yet. So Paul Senior and Paul Junior.
Okay.
So it's a family affair. There's Paul Senior, Paul Junior, and Stephen. And we Stephen has a new construction background. Junior and Senior have a commercial background. So getting into residential was a little different.
Yeah.
But it's, we have gotten to meet some of the most amazing people. And, but with that being said, since commercial is their background, we would like to get into commercial more now. Now I think we're at a place where we can do that. So we will be getting a jet here soon.
Those are
So-
cool. I think it's just like the cheater way to clear all the pipes.
Well, it depends on what you're
or more
doing.
efficient.
Yeah.
Well,
dude,
because-
that sucker just crawls right up there.
Well, it's
Flushes
for those
the-
bigger ones. It's for your restaurants. It's for your,
Oh, sure.
now
Yeah.
we don't do apartments. I will tell you, I will say that loud and proud. We we stay away from apartments, but for restaurants, that kind of equipment is needed.
Okay. And do you provide emergency service agreements like with people that have continual problems?
No, we don't do service agreements.
Okay.
It's
so you're
a
just
little
on call,
different.
or do you do construction? Do you do new setups, things like that?
Not yet.
Bathroom build outs, things like that?
Not yet. We'll do remodels in homes,
Okay.
but we're not doing new build outs in construction. I mean, in like a commercial strip center. We're not doing that yet. They have done that. That's in their background.
Okay.
So my guys know how to do it, but right now it's not. We're not equipped for it. So
We're expecting a ridiculously savage hurricane season, and I know I've heard the
womp.
weather service tell us it's going to be moderate. Now, last week they upgraded this to advanced, which would bring us another tier up. Now you can go check with the National Weather Service to see that, but in these cases, storms come, pipes break in the winter time, and not now and during these times, but we get a lot of serious plumbing issues. I mean, things go bad. Is there this seasonal stuff that y'all do, winter, summer? Is there stuff that happens there? Any change up, or what's the mainstream during this sort of situation?
okay. So right now during the summer, we are doing a lot of AC drain lines, and when I say that, so HVAC, where HVAC ends, plumbing begins. So we work really closely with the HVAC companies, and we can help with those. We're getting a lot of, because we're using the AC more. I mean, it is hot out there. So, but we're also seeing a lot of water heaters that are stopped.
Do you
So
fix those?
we can.
Okay.
So there's different ways for it. There's different things we can do for them. They just call and say, I don't have any more hot water. So what's happening is a lot of these water heaters are in the attic, and because it's so hot, they're stifling in the attic. They're not breathing. There's not enough airflow. So there's ways we can.
There's just not up there. Oh my
So
gosh.
There's ways to fix that. It just depends. And I have no problem explaining that to the customer when they
Yeah.
call over the phone, because I want what I feel sets us apart from most people is that we'll price it out over the phone, or I will give you a sight unseen price, and I will tell you, look, this is a ballpark, but I haven't seen it. So, but by what you're telling me, this is what it sounds like, and this is what we can do.
Yeah.
So these are your
And it's
options.
comforting. I mean, people, we're in the dark. I mean, when one of the guys from Paul the plumber came after we had a rental property we had redone, he sniffed out the leaks in the house like a hound dog. I had no idea. I cut a hole the size of a shoebox in the sheetrock and knew exactly where to cut that hole. After watching them work, I felt like I would have cut all the sheetrock down, to find the leak. It's like he sniffed it out like he'd been in my house before. It's like And it was right there. It was the connection. I mean, I get it afterwards, after staring at it for hours at that hole in the sheetrock above my office, going, oh, yeah, that's where the tub is. Of course, the plumbing's right there. It just didn't make sense until he did it. And the fact that he could do it so quickly. I mean, what it was,
nature.
4 or 5, 6 leaks in the same house in different locations, and he was spotting them out like, I'm like, wow, okay, this guy's done this before. Wow, that was amazing. And he's like, what? I haven't even started. You found a leak?
Yeah.
It's like it was the biggest deal, like an Easter egg. It was just amazing how they find the leak. I don't know that job. It's some of the others. Piping, it's linear. It's a straight line. They're angles, they're corners, they're things you can comprehend and just get. But man, where the line breaks when it freezes, I get it, the ends are popular, some choke points, but the part where he was able to seek them multiple out so quickly. And I mean, it's just the trade of plumbing, I guess.
Well, it's
Of Paul the plumber.
You tell people, you tell people they'll come in and we get reviews. Like they did it so fast, they made it look so easy, but they've done this. They've done their craft for so long and experienced it, and they learned how not to do it in order to do it right. And it's like that with every trade. You've got HVAC, you've got electrical, you've got roofing, it doesn't matter what
I
what
put
it
that
is.
plumbing part up there with medical. I mean, it's like, okay, so it hurts somewhere over here. Right in here. I don't know. Somewhere on this side. Plumbing's like, I don't know. The upstairs toilet, it's coming out the front of the garage.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am. You may sit down now.
I'd be that client. I would. I don't. That's what I love about Paul the plumber is because I'm so uneducated in that space.
Yeah.
I'm very easy to take advantage of. But I've used them myself personally, and it was just, okay, cool, do whatever. Let me know.
We use terms
Okay.
like hound dog. I couldn't believe that guy found every one of those things so quick. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, how'd you do that? I mean, the joints were understandable. There were 6 breaks during Harvey, and the joints were understandable. But when the other ones, it was like, what the heck? How'd you find that one? I mean, I get it. That's the T. Maybe that was a hot spot. It's worth looking at. But I'd have done like 100 worth looking at, before I got to what was broke.
Yeah.
But again, how can they find Paul the plumber? Where do they need to go? And how can they call and reach and ask their questions they have about their plumbing?
They can call our office at 832-521-3252. They can also go to our website at www.paultheplumberllc.com.
Paul the Plumber LLC.com. You can find them there. Hey, you gonna make it out to Bushels and Blooms out there on 105 West next door to
Most
Vernon's Country
definitely.
Catfish?
Yeah.
Gotta give it the long name.
Most definitely.
Going out, get some produce.
It's funny that you say that because we pass by it all the time. But it wasn't until we moved our office into Conroe. We live in Magnolia, but we didn't spend a lot of time in Conroe. And there's 15 minutes away from each other.
Yeah.
And it's just like, we didn't spend a lot of time. Now we spend more time in Conroe than at home.
Right,
You
yeah.
know?
We're gonna call it that place.
Yeah.
That place, the Vernon's place. It's next to Vernon's. It's called Bushels and Blooms on
Bushels
105
and
West.
Blooms.
You can
It's
follow,
so cute.
find Deborah and Paul the plumber and acquire any of his services at paultheplumberllc.com. Right there. Okay. And find us on social media. We'll keep some of those links below here. We'll be right back here in just a minute, folks. Thank you for hanging out.
Audience of One, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. right here on Conroe's 106.1 and 104.5. Listen to the brain droppings of local hosts, me, Andrew Belshner, along with the jewel of Montgomery County radio, Dick Schisler. Topical musings, news stories, oddities, or just weird conversations that we normally have with ourselves, all mixed together with the occasional guest. You can also find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket. It's Armando, and I'm with JoJo.
Hey, it's JoJo.
Dang it, I'm glad you came, JoJo.
What can I
Do I have to
say?
say that
Happy
at
to be
every
here.
break, every segment break, how glad I am you're here?
Thank you. Now I have it recorded. Memory forever.
Well, I would have had that recorded as well, but last time you came, you were in costume.
That's true. Yeah. It was a full skeleton. It was Halloween.
Nobody knew you
I
were.
see.
Yeah.
And with us now, we, as promised, we're with Eclipse. Tell us about your company, guys. Ethan and Cole, right?
Sir.
And
Yes, sir.
tell us a little bit about Eclipse.
Sure. So Eclipse Rising, we're a drone company. Started a few years ago. I originally started it with my dad. We were, working out everything for about a year or so. Unfortunately, about 2 years ago, he passed away. So I was kind of on my own for a little bit. I connected with my best friend Cole here, and decided to make him my business partner. And me and him have been at it since. We've got some experience doing various different things, cell towers, roofing inspections, real estate photos, and things like that.
Tell us a little bit about your I don't know, the toys. The fun stuff. What do you work with? Yeah.
The drone. So right now we mainly just use a Mavic to zoom.
Okay.
It's kind of it's
I don't know what that
it's a
means.
type of
Is that
drone.
fancy? That sounds fancy.
It is, yeah. It's it's got a nice zoom on it and everything. Takes great 4K photos.
Okay.
And videos.
And videos, yes.
Let's stop you there. I want to take your word for it. But we have some footage.
Yeah.
Let's studio, right? Roll that beautiful bean footage. There we go, guys. There's something.
So
Where's
here's-
that? Miami?
It looks like it, doesn't it, though?
Actually, back in the woodlands. This is Hughes
Oh, the
Landing.
Woodlands. Okay, okay.
Oh, yes.
That looks a little Hughes Landing.
They often get mixed up.
I had a
Miami
little,
and the
I had a little
Woodlands.
South Beach
Yeah.
in there. Did you
Uh-huh.
see it? Did you see it for a second?
Oh, yeah. It
Sure,
looks
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. It's really pretty. What is this car?
So-
One of the new car washes.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's a car wash, Clearwater Express on 1488.
That was pretty. Good
and
shot.
Yeah, they got some pretty crazy lighting up at night, so we wanted to take pictures of that, show it off.
Good.
And that's. Sorry. Oh, no, you're good. So that's how that is. On the other inside, they've got like a bunch of really crazy RGB lighting as well that you can kind of see sticking out.
Okay.
And then the next picture was real estate from one of the shoots we just did, and I mean the house looks amazing from the front with the sun poking out at sunrise. But
Really pretty shots.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
These were all
Yeah,
really
gorgeous.
nice.
yeah,
And you're going to be at the Bushels and Blooms event,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, we're excited about that.
And I really think the the aerial photos will be a big add to sharing where Bushels and Blooms is to our community.
Yes, absolutely.
I think its position is everyone knows it, but they don't know it. It's like all best kept secrets weren't intended to be a secret. They were just ended up. If I sell pie and my pie is the best kept secret, do I really want that to be the case?
Right. No. Yeah. I want to open it up to everybody, let everyone know about it. Really, share the love.
I think bringing that touch. I mean, and I think being part of this community really lends credence to the part of the farmers market. In general, the one Conroe Market Days, Bushels and Blooms Market, the Montgomery Marketplace. I think these things are part of what happens here in the culture that's happened here since before any of us were here. And I think as I traveled Texas, I on the roads, I always would suggest we stop at if we drove past a happening farmers market.
Yes. Yeah. Sure.
And I want to see. And one time we stopped, and I can't tell you where we were exactly. I don't recall. But they had chocolate-covered bacon.
Oh, it's the best. Yes.
You've had this.
Of course, I've had this. I'm
was
true
a-
blue Texan.
It was
yeah.
a wiggled strip of bacon on a stick, and it had clearly been just dipped in the bacon, and a little, really fine nuts on it.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah. So what's the craziest thing you've ever seen at a Texas farmer's market?
A Texas farmers market. I mean, I haven't been to too many, but this one I'm excited for. I've looked it up online and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And this one
Yay.
we'll be going to. We're gonna take the drone out there. We're gonna take some shots, just for the fun of it. Maybe post it to our Facebook and something like that.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, you guys send me some of those. I want to share it out. We're really
Me
trying to let
too.
everybody know where this place is, and
Yes.
and only because it's like right under our nose. And I mean, a good portion of our listening audience passes this every day,
Yes,
and
they do.
doesn't know that's what it's called.
Or
So
what's in it.
the market, or what's in it, let alone.
Right.
One thing we know for sure is there's so much we don't know about Bushels and Blooms.
Dun, dun, dun.
That is a certainty. We can definitely say that. Certainly. We know there's so much we don't know about Bushels and Blooms.
Well, they'll have to
I'll get
follow.
a T-shirt.
They'll have to follow their Facebook page, and they can find out more. Right?
Get the 40-foot view of
We'll
what's
link it
happening
for
over
ya.
at Bushels and Blooms.
Yeah.
Literally. Well, guys, I'm really glad you came on the show. Tell me a little bit more about you guys, where they can find you, how they can find you. I mean, we got an idea of the service applications, and I'm sure they're limitless. Other things you guys can introduce to utilizing your services of aerial photography or aerial videography. You do the production, you do the distribution, you do the whole turnkey to.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Turnkey service.
Yeah, it's
Great.
a huge plus. And matter of fact, we're relying on it for this event at Bushels and Blooms, and I look forward to them joining us and helping
Me
everyone
too.
know, one, we're local, two, where Bushels and Blooms is, and that what's going on in there, at least to somewhat.
Yeah.
And I've been told to quit parking, and JoJo, you testify here, my mindset on what they do there, because apparently they don't block Christmas trees year round.
No, not year round. Just I think they start collecting them in like November.
You see it seasonal.
Yeah, it is
That's what I'm
seasonal.
talking
Yeah.
about. It changes the entire paradigm down there.
So pretty.
And right now, it's produce, it's fresh
Yes,
blooms,
produce,
watermelons.
lots of plants, some like jalapeno peppers, beautiful flowers, just all of the fun summer things.
And that's that seasonal, what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll get a whole new outlook on holiday style stuff, from yard decor to those weird
candles and yeah.
It changes based on the
Sounds like a
season,
lot of fun
but it's
things.
farmers.
Mm-hmm.
They're local made, local produced. They're hand done. These are organic things, and we want to just show people where it's at, not really necessarily every detail.
And keep our money local.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, a bird eye's view of that's going to show exactly where it's at.
Show everything.
Yes.
And it does that with a lot of businesses and a lot of occupations and a lot of ventures. I mean, you give people a good look. They can understand it's local. They can understand where we are, and give them some iconic things that maybe preceded you. I think that the drone aerial view and giving that, that literal 40-foot view to whatever scenario can really help to enhance their marketing strategies, what they do, their plan, effectiveness, and for people to really relate rather than just, yeah.
I love
What
drone
was she
footage.
talking about?
Yeah.
You get a lot of that where people just don't
Yeah.
want to, necessarily have this long, drug-out conversation about the details. Oh, yeah, they'd rather just,
They're more visual than auditory. Those kind of people, yeah. I'm one
I
of
think you
those.
really adhere to a lot of that and really help to bring relation to a lot of locations, and that a lot of the folks that were listen to the show, watch the show, follow the program, should consider whether that's something that you've ever done before. I mean, have you ever shown your location in relativity to its closest local artery, the highway in front?
Right.
I mean, is it in the picture? Scroll down your wall, find where you really show where your establishment is. And I can scroll down 90% of the walls of the businesses, the community that struggle every day, or just put everyday representation of their business on the inside of that shop, on the outside of the shop. Still can't tell where that shop is.
Yep.
Right.
You know, you guys can bring light to that. Eclipse no more. What we'll do is we'll put some light on it. You can see clear. And once you show those arteries, the main route that everyone takes to come to my store can be made clear. Right. So I think this is a big advantage. And I think it's something that's missing from a lot of people's repertoire. A quick visit with you guys, a quick stop in, a quick shoot, something like that they can hold on to forever, for the life of their business, and have Eclipse's photography in their folder, and something they can share in their social media, on their banners, their walls, or the top of their page, where whoever visits their page, I mean, their logo can be in that little round one. Right.
Yes.
And the banner can be the overall view of their place on the global scale that you'll never see on a map. Even if you click on your name in Google, you're going to get a cartoon map of your location. Well, you could get the other, or you can get one that's done with integrity from Eclipse. Guys, how can I reach you on the phone?
So all of our socials and everything are all going to be the same. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, our email. It's Eclipse Rising Co. CO as in company.
Okay.
And whether that's Instagram, Facebook, .com, how that goes. Our phone number is a great way to reach us, 713-817-9085. It's my own personal cell. I'll be right there to answer your call any time of day. I'll be happy to help you out, show you the jaw-dropping images of anything you want to show.
Well, thank you, Ethan. I appreciate that. Did you have something else to add there? Go ahead.
Indoor or outdoor? Can you do both? Because I'm thinking, how can I hire them again? What are we going to do?
Yeah.
So I also run a networking company, and I would think that would be a really cool. Is it like safe to do it?
So there's certain drones that are smaller, safer to fly indoors. We also have ground photography equipment and stuff as well, so we can do anything inside. It's never been a problem for us.
Licensed and insured.
Yes, we are
Of course,
licensed, everything, 100% legitimate. And so, we can show off any and every aspect and angle of your business. Or
Fantastic.
whatever.
Cool.
All right. Well, we'll leave you to that at 713-817-9085. Eclipse Rising Drone Services. You can give them a buzz. Have them at your next event or party, or just spice up your social.
Rise it up.
Rise it up, guys. We'll be back right after this, folks.
Lone Star Radio on my mind.
Every Friday, tune into Texas Ticket on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM with Armando Nino of Golakeconroe, focusing on Montgomery County area events and places. Get a feel of the Texas spirit at the event, paired with guest and vendor interviews, event coverage, and ticket giveaways, and so much more. Join us Fridays and punch your Texas ticket. For more information on the show, visit irlonestar.com/Texas Ticket.
Lone Star Radio on my mind.
Welcome to the Texas Ticket. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Hey, y'all.
I'm Armando.
I'm JoJo.
Boom.
Ding. Yeah.
and we're going to talk about, a little bit here on the Texas Ticket about Bushels and Blooms.
Yes, we were.
Bushels and Blooms. This place, I mean, it's I guess Conroe, Montgomery's best kept secret.
I
105
think
West,
so.
best
It's a
kept
hidden
secret.
treasure that we're uncovering now.
Yes, it's been completely unveiled. It is seasonal, which I think brings on this chameleon style thing to it, where every part of the year it has a different flavor. It looks different.
Yeah.
Like during the winter, you're getting your tree flocked and getting cut and choosing one and buying those little red leaf. What are those things called?
Oh my gosh.
Gardenias.
Yeah, I think so. You know the Christmas flowers.
Yes,
Poinsettia.
Gardenias.
Poinsettias.
Poinsettia.
Okay. Yeah,
Poinsettia.
there it is. My grandma is so mad at me right now. I can feel it.
Hey, guys, before we go too far, let's introduce our guests. We have the guys from True Texas Solar with us today,
Woo!
a local group here in Conroe.
Yes, sir.
And you're longtime resident of Conroe, right?
Yeah. Graduated the same high school my mother did out in Montgomery. I went to Conroe High into
Wow.
my senior year, and then relocated. Family was moving to a new home, and so ended up graduating the same school as my mom. Had some of her same teachers, actually.
Oh,
We're
great.
still
Oh,
there, so-
that's so cute.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I had the same one. My brothers and sisters, of course, but my son had the same teacher I did at Montgomery High School.
Aw.
One of them, but I don't know some of the others. The elementary school teachers, all my daughters have moved, although a 4-year difference. They all had the same elementary school teachers.
That's sweet.
There's that, but that's
Yeah.
easy. That's a chip shot. You and your dad, that's the long drive there. That's
Yeah.
out there a bit. How long have you been in business doing True Texas Solar?
So we're a new company, local in Conroe, and Josh Cartwright, who's also here with
Sure,
me.
Josh, I'm
and
sorry.
to keep it easy, we're Josh and Josh.
There you
Yep. Simple.
Love that.
We have a long running before we even got into this company. We go back since second grade together. So
Oh.
many years,
Oh,
many
my
moons.
goodness.
Yeah. So we have a lot of history, and we've had some other companies we actually ran together before we got into solar, and
Wow.
we kind of seen some little issues in the market, and we were trying to hire solar contractors to come and do work for us, and it just wasn't working out, and so we seen the opportunity to go and fix what was broken, and here especially local in Conroe in Montgomery County. And so we opened up March of 21. So we're at about 15, 16 months.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
congrats.
It's exciting.
That's huge. Yeah.
So we've been very successful, growing, strong, steady. We're not growing fast. We want to do an organic, steady growth and make sure we can continue to, provide for our community and do well at that.
Well, we love that you're doing it, and we love that you chose to do your profession in the town you live in. It's easy to work in Houston and live here and, sell goods or, here in Texas in a lot of different ways. There's a lot of manners to run a business, local business, servicing the local community. You also service almost the entire Gulf Coast, though.
Yeah, we do quite a
Wow.
big footprint. We've actually branched out recently we pretty much cover all the major cities now. We just finalized with San Antonio. That was the last one. They have a long checklist compared to a lot of the other, utilities and municipalities across Texas. So
Interesting.
we're in, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio. And
Well, I'm
kind
planning on going off the grid.
of, we're the ones for that. For sure.
I'm throwing
Cool.
some, what are those cargo shipping crates called?
Yeah, I
shipping
think that is a
containers.
shipping
That's what it is.
container.
Shipping
Yeah.
containers.
Yeah,
that's what I always
I'm
call
dying to plant a few of those off in the woods somewhere and, just unplug. Tell me a little bit about how that's possible.
Yeah, so I'll let Josh kind of jump in about a ground mount we just did and some off-grid systems we've offered.
Yeah, so we use a system. It's a Solarc 15K inverter, and it is fully capable of going off grid. There is a lot of companies out there that will sell other systems that are not capable of doing that, but they'll tell you they will. But this system, you don't have to have any grid tied to it whatsoever. Off grid, we like to do a ground mount system unless you have a big structure, a big shop, barn dominium or something that you want to put some solar on. We're able to put the solar on top of that, but then we would take your PV, your solar panels, and they would wire into our Solarc inverter. At that point, we would pair you with some batteries. So we would do some home grid batteries as our go-to brand.
Okay.
And that allows you to sustain through the nighttime.
When the sun's not
when
shining.
You don't have sun shining.
So
Sure.
the panels take the energy from the sun, of course, and then keep your stuff running while the sun is shining. But when it's not running, they're storing extra energy that you're not using during the day, so that in the evening you have that power to suck off
Correct.
the battery stored because
That
you're
go-
not generating any more energy.
Yep, goes to your batteries, and on top of that, Solarc also offers a function of us being able to pair a generator
Oh,
with that
cool.
as well.
Oh,
so we can
wonderful.
go
It goes
with,
super bad.
You can go with a natural gas generator that we put in. Say it's a propane, you're just bringing in a propane tank. But instead of running that constant to run your house, then you're using that to, my battery's depleted to 20%. Hey, I want my generator to kick on. Solarc tells your generator to kick on. It runs your house, charges your batteries at the same time. It sees your batteries are charged, the generator kicks back off, and you go back to batteries at that point. So it's just a feature
cool.
that they offer that's very
now
unique.
I'll be smoking stuff where, it'll last, I'll give you the cold shoulder 20 years from now, a little prosciutto from the barn, I'll go up there and slice a little off and then bring some taters from the root cellar. Maybe a deer I shot. I don't know. Maybe some fish we were
Sure.
catching just yesterday
Yeah.
down by the river.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's nice to be able to cook a dish every now and then, or keep the fridge cold, or and more importantly, I guess all silly aside, basic stuff is easily handled with an off the grid system, and something like that's probably even elevated beyond the basic. Rudimentary.
They're scalable.
Get by.
They're scalable.
It's scalable. We can do everything from I want to run my whole house just like I'm
Well,
running.
and that's
on
what I
grid
wanted to talk to you about, because we're on the cusp of hurricane season, and I think we're looking at a intense hurricane season, and they're escalating. The Pacific the Atlantic is the highest temperature ever recorded right
Wow.
now.
I just
read that.
Right now. So when we think about what's happening there with an El Nino coming off the other side in the Atlantic, we have a chemistry that's just never transpired before during hurricane season, which could
boy.
into a more disastrous. All players in weather prediction have upgraded their current status since the beginning of the season. All players, not one weather
Not one or the
affirmation group of any kind has not escalated the status of this coming season. So if I'm I'm going to give a couple of situations, and then you guys tell me what you think might be the best solution as quickly as possible, because we're going to run out of time. But if there is overall power is out in the house, family with kids, nothing serious, fridge, general power, what are our options there?
That'd be a crucial load setup. It's very similar to the off grid. It's just instead of having the AC and the pool pump and all the non-essential loads running, we just move everything that's crucial into a sub panel.
Okay.
So it's
and you
very
can manage that however
Yep,
you want to.
yep.
You can pick and choose items in the household.
Correct. And we
Okay.
even have smart panels now where we can do that on the fly from an app. So you can say, I want these backed up, these
That's
not backed
cool.
up. So we have
So might fall in the same line and might be in the same crucial load grouping. Single medical loved one, the only concern, the only reason I would take this step is that I have my wife's mother living with us. She has a medical condition. She's in the background. It's not a big deal as long as we have power.
Yep.
But the minute we
Right.
lose power, the storage of medication, that has to be at a certain
Certain
temperature,
temperature.
her life-saving devices and
All the
whatever,
things.
the
Yeah.
mechanical things that may be, to her room exclusively. Really, the rest of us were without power like everybody else. I'm fine with that. The only reason we would not want to take this step financially as a family, but with mom living here, we have to do something. What would you say that something would be?
Batteries, 100%. And you can create the redundancy with a generator. So that way,
Okay.
if the batteries were, you say, with several days, tree fell and crushed the solar, so solar's not producing, let's have a generator battery, just keeping that cycle going.
But there's some simple and inexpensive ways that relatively
absolutely.
to help work with that grandma
Absolutely.
situation.
Correct.
Okay.
You don't have
So
to
the
go
grandma
all in
plan.
on something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go all in, but it could be my first step to going all in and understanding solar and understanding how it can benefit me if I can piecemeal. Is it easy to piecemeal and take the next step if I start with grandma?
Yes, absolutely. They're
Can
very
I use
scalable.
those
Yeah.
things
On
that I
any
bought
type
there?
of roof?
Yeah, we work on metal, shingle, clay,
Okay.
flat roofs. We have all the equipment to attach to the different.
Okay, and we brought you out today because you guys are going to be over at the Bushels Blooms event,
Yes.
which was the focus of today's show. And I was like, who's coming? And they're like, the True Solar guys. I'm like, okay.
Josh and Josh.
Josh and Josh.
You know Josh and Josh. Yeah.
And I was like, super cool. Well, keep it all in line, keep it all in good tact. And
right.
so if folks want to come meet you personally, of course,
Yes.
you're here local and you get a chance to meet the local guys, service you about these intimate situations that are maybe sensitive to your family, sensitive to yourself. Some stuff that people don't need to know about. I mean,
Yeah.
we get it. There's people out there that are wearing a wig that don't have any hair underneath it. There are people out there that have a
Sure.
physical condition. They can't do
Yeah.
certain things, that have cosmetically prepared themselves to be accepted by the public and do these things. They don't need to be exploited. But they do need the support that they need to conduct their lives behind the scenes in the way that they need to conduct it, whether it's for a medical condition, a social condition, whatever the case may be. There are these
We've
things.
even seen them with animals. Like somebody has a reptilian cages and they need to keep humidity at a certain rate. It's not
Oh,
always even doing
interesting.
a wine cellar when you have
Sure.
millions of dollars of wine.
It's gone. Yeah, you don't
need
do
Yeah.
that
those.
right. Yeah,
So
good
there's
call.
a lot of other situations, but outside of medical that we can still
Yeah.
benefit from having solar. And if you have it, we can get those bills down. Those are high electric bills we're all seeing right now.
Yeah, I got a problem with
yes.
that. I have a serious condition with high electric bills.
Yeah, same. Definitely.
Yeah,
And
I'm allergic.
we take a transparent, honest approach to it. We go through. There's a lot of solar scammers. There's a ton of them out there. We're a local company, brick and mortar store, family owned and operated. So we're here to deliver the truth. It's not for everybody. We make sure it is a good fit.
Yeah.
We go through qualifications and we go through all the immediate, just right off the bat. The lies you'll hear. You'll never have another electric bill. Well, just for being connected to an electric company, you're gonna have a
You're gonna
base
have a
fee.
bill.
You use
Yeah.
0 watts, you're gonna have a base fee.
Yep.
Immediately that's
But
out
could
of the
I
book.
could I take care of my off grid? That SJ, what would you call it?
Solar.
Solar. Can I
Solar.
use that and not be plugged into a grid?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can have it. It can have grid tie. We can take
Or
it off
non-grid
grid.
tie?
Yep,
Yep.
it works either way.
Okay, Solark is
Yes.
the name.
Solark.
Solark. Okay.
Yep.
I like that.
We're
And
one of 2 solar gold dealers in Texas. So
there you go.
Wow,
we're
that's
definitely,
awesome.
yeah, we are
And
definitely.
you're one of 1 million Texans that want to go Solark.
absolutely, absolutely.
Here's that.
Yeah.
So you guys will be out at Bushels Blooms to help some folks if they
We
have
will.
questions and
We
just
will.
hang out
Yep.
for a little
we'll
while
have
out
some
there.
swag and just we're not there to sell anything, just answer questions. You
Great.
know?
And that's
Love that.
August.
Yeah.
August 12th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
It's August 12th, really?
Yes.
Why I keep getting that date messed up in my head?
We have a lot of stuff
Second
going
Saturday
on.
of the month, right?
Second Saturday. Yes.
Okay, that's good. I can
There
scale
you
that.
go.
That
Okay.
that has some, level and weights.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. So she's the coordinator of the Bushels and Blooms event, and
Hey, y'all.
do you know where it is?
Yes, absolutely. I've been going there since I was a kid.
Where is it?
It's
Oh,
on 105.
really?
Yeah.
It is on
Well,
one.
not-
I
I've been
love
going
that
to
you
that
have.
market.
The market.
Yeah, the
Yeah, of
market there.
course.
Bushels
Yeah.
and Blooms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Christmas
Right.
trees I bought there as a kid. Eating the peaches
Everybody
they
has
bring
Christmas.
in.
Ooh,
Yeah.
peaches.
Yeah, the pecans.
We found out they change all the time, and
This-
then peaches and pecans that hasn't even been brought up today.
Well, how
I
about
know,
the grapes, the
shame on
winter
me.
grapes? Those
I
are
don't
my
know anything
favorite.
about
So
that.
good.
There's winter grapes.
Sure, yeah.
Probably.
They're
They all
always
kinds of stuff.
My wife makes me go get
Ah.
them, so yeah.
I saw the place inside that building. Like there's a front building, and
Yeah.
then there's another side building, and then there's like these little buildings.
Yeah.
Is that a bathroom
yeah.
or something back there? And then
Yeah,
it goes
they do
on
have
well
bathrooms
past
there.
105. I mean, it looks
Oh,
like it
yeah,
goes way back there
They
now.
own a good 10 plus acres back, and they're starting
Oh,
to
really?
like clear it out more so we can
saw
do
that.
larger events.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw that.
We're
And
excited.
I think we're on the cusp of something big there. As long as
Definitely.
as long as folks know what we're talking about, and whether they do or not, I was going to go out there as well on April 12th.
August 12th.
Second
12th.
Saturday.
Second
Saturday.
Saturday.
Second Saturday. Second
August
Saturday.
12th. Okay.
Okay.
So I want to go out there, but I was coming for the sole purpose of produce. I mean, I want all
Yeah,
that stuff.
grocery shop.
It's so yummy.
I mean, I like all fresh stuff. I can tell you right now, I cut stuff open that we grow ourselves, and you can taste the difference. You can smell.
Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
peel an orange that was grown in our orange tree, or my neighbor's orange tree. It
Semantics.
covers all of the 3 yards,
Sure,
and you go
yeah.
out there and get an orange. We open that, and the whole house smells like an orange. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody knows.
Yeah.
I mean, no salesmanship, no crazy. Real talk. I peel a homegrown orange, the whole house smells like it.
Yeah.
I cut a homegrown tomato. There's no question this is a fruit.
Right.
Right. I buy one at the store. We eat it.
It's a
It's
vegetable.
not a fruit.
Yeah, something's not right.
You eat the tomatoes I grow, you know it's a fruit. There's no question. And it's like, I don't know. A lot of value for the homegrown stuff, the putting hands on,
sure.
and having a homegrown company, and having people close by that I can talk to, that I can relate to, that I can, Again, you said there's a lot of ups and downs with it. There's a lot of intimacy, like you said, that goes with working on grid, off grid, what part and what benefits. I know I come in thinking I want to be totally off the grid, but do I really want
Right.
that? I mean, is that really what you want, mister? Because if you were even slightly on it, you could have this, and this, and you just pay the minimum electric bill, which is only this. Oh.
That's why we're custom.
You're like, oh yeah, I definitely want to do that. Why would I do it the other way? Because you said you wanted to do it the other way.
Yeah.
But I don't know these things until I'm enlightened, and I get the need for enlightenment, and I get the need for understanding what it is I'm doing. But I want to grow my own tomatoes, but I don't want to grow my own avocados. They take 5 years to get a fruit out of that plant.
Really?
And they're super sensitive too. Like
5 years before you get your first avocado. But when I
I'm
talk
good.
about going off the grid, I want to go off the grid. I don't want to pay another electric bill tomorrow. Right? I want this just add water solution that just doesn't necessarily is really what you think you want we get, right? But what you should have is really something else.
It's
right?
not a one size fits all.
Yep,
It's-
exactly.
Or once. I mean, you think you wanted it, but until you knew what it is you asked for,
Right.
So I think having someone local, because I'm going to have questions. I got them now.
Come bang on our door.
Yeah, and so come on out to Bushels and Blooms the 12th of August over
Yes.
at right next door to Vernon's Country Catfish on Highway 105 West, a Bushels and Blooms event every second Sunday of Saturday.
You'll get it. We
You
got
wanted
faith
to
in
make
you.
sure I was
Armando.
paying attention,
This
and
is
I am.
hard. This is so hard.
It's
What?
okay.
Tell us
Words
about the
are
event one more
hard.
time.
It's going to be the second Saturday, August 12th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come out and see True Texas Solar. Come see Josh and Josh. Tell them I sent ya.
Yes.
There you go.
Yay.
And we'll have solar guys out there, and we'll have
And gals.
drone guys out there. We'll
Yes,
have
absolutely.
some other vendors, and
Some
you're going to
local
bring the Neil and
vendors,
Nosh people.
Face painter.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish. I
No?
wish they're booked.
Damn it.
I know. They're
We
good.
beg till we run out of the goods these people sell at their farmers market when they bring a booth, and me and my sister were both out of everything we got the last time.
I'll give you her. I'll
attacked
give
their
you her
booth.
info. Yeah.
She's got to come to another event. I feel like I go to a home. There should be some chocolate dipped bacon. There should
When
be
it
some
gets
vanilla
cooler
sugars.
outside,
There
she'll
should be some
probably be-
pastries thrown by old ladies in the neighborhood.
Ooh, yeah.
Delicious.
Sound
Go
good.
too far. I go too far.
I'm gonna die right now. Like,
Yeah.
give me a break.
So we can find you at truesolar.llc.com.
TrueTexasSolar.com.
True Texas Solar.
Yep.
Texas
And
Solar.
we're also located right here in Conroe, 1300 South Fraser, Suite 107.
What's the phone number?
936-283. Shoot. I'm sorry, because we just got a new number. 936-286-8325. Sorry about that.
325.
I love that they met in second grade too. That's so cute.
286-8325.
I love. I just like picture y'all like selling pencils.
TrueTexasSolarLLC.com or
Not
just
LLC.
TrueTexasSolar.com?
Yep,
Okay,
that's it.
True Texas
Not
Solar.
very often you find that anymore.
No,
it's hard
truly.
To find a
Yeah.
true friend that have been friends that long.
Y'all are
So
treat like a family at this point.
We're
that's it.
brothers.
We're,
Yeah.
we're brothers. That's we consider each other brothers.
I love that.
She did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
I told my kids, Uncle Josh is coming over. You know, that's
Oh,
how we
yeah,
refer
of
to it.
course. Sure.
Guys, I look forward to hanging out and visiting over there at Bushels and Blooms.
That's right.
And we'll see
August
some more.
12th.
And if anybody has any questions, they know how to reach you. We're going to put your link and stuff down below because
Yes.
and
Perfect.
the date for JoJo's Bushels
Yes.
and Blooms event.
Bushels and Blooms on
105 West.
yes. Second
August
Saturday.
12th.
Yes.
Second
yes.
Saturday.
10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
You did it. Yay.
We'll write that down.
Gold star
And you can
magic.
call these guys at 936-286-8325. And that way you know how to find them. And
True
it's at
Texas Solar.
TrueTexasSolar.com.
Perfect.
I knew we'd get it right for the show ended. Thanks
That's
for
right.
watching, folks. You can catch us next Friday here on the Texas Ticket at Facebook.com/TXTicket or follow us on Lone Star Community Radio. Thank you for watching, guys.
Thanks.
Lone Star Radio on my mind.